10 into 14, and when you calculate that, that would be 60x plus 600 plus 130x, which equals to 14x squared plus 140x. That gives you 600 plus 190x equals 14x squared plus 140x. And then because we want to make one side of the equation 0, what I did was 14x squared plus 140x minus 190x minus 600. That gives
Okay.
you 0 equals to 14x squared minus 50x minus 600. Now we can simplify this by dividing by 5 on both sides, which gives you 7x squared minus 25x minus 300 equals 0.
Kushi, just one question. Shouldn't we simplify on both ends by dividing it by 2?
I did it by 5.
But you were telling me, I heard you that it was 14x
Oh yeah,
squared.
sorry, 2 by 2.
Yes, shouldn't. Yeah, that is why I was a bit shocked. But very well done, Kushi. Yes, excellent. Whatever Kushi was said. Bravo. All right. Yes, guys. So this part was really simple, and Kushi said it expertly well. That you just had to take this equation and you had to write it down like this. Now, howsoever she solved it, that's perfectly all right. You've taken 2.8 as a fraction. Yes, I can do that too. I can write 2.8 as 28 over 10 over 12 over x. Now I need to take this as one large fraction. So I'm going to take LCM, and LCM of regarding variables is taken as 10 plus x plus 26 times x, which is equals to x times 10 plus x. Clear? Then what's going to happen is that you're going to have 28 over 10. And if I simplify it on the other end, it's going to be 120 plus 12x plus 26x over 10x plus x squared. Then what's going to happen is that you're going to obviously cross multiply. So I'm going to have 280x plus 28x squared is equal to 10 times the other side. So it's going to be 1 to 0 plus 120x plus 260x. Simplifying everything and putting it all onto one side. So I'm going to get 28x squared plus 280x. And if I add all of this up, so that is what? This is 380, I think, yeah. So this is 380x minus 380x minus 1200. Now, I believe me and my, Kushi's method and my method are different, but they're going to simplify to the same way. In the end of Kushi's method, what she did was that she had to divided everything by 2. But whereas for me, it is not going to be the same case. So over here, you can clearly see that it's 28x squared minus 100x minus 1200, which is equal to 0. And you divide it by what you may call 4. Now, the reason why I'm dividing it by 4 is because I need to convert it to this guy. So it's going to be 7x squared minus 25x minus a 300. Clear, guys? Is there anyone who does not understand this? This part was really easy. Yes, guys. Anyone who has not? Okay. Can someone tell us the if they did this for question or not? Who's got their hand up? Kushi's got their hand up. Zoya's got their hand up. Who raised it first? I don't know. I think Zoya did. That's why I'm showing it. Is there anyone else who had? No, I don't think anyone else has done the question. Yes, Zoya, you do it. Tell us what's up.
Do I tell the final answer or how I did it?
Tell us how you did it. Actually, you can tell us the final answer because wait, it's a quadratic formula, right? So my quadratic formula is minus b plus minus under root b squared minus 4ac over 2a.
Yeah, so do I say the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I got x is equals to 8.57 or x is equals to -5.
So I got the answer of x is equal to what? Sorry, could you repeat that?
8.57.
8.57 and negative
5.
5. That's it. Yeah, very accurate. All right. And simply how you would have, guys, can you check? Khushi, are you getting the same answer?
Yes, sir.
Well done. So now what you're going to have is that I'm just simply trying to, trying to put in the values. So this was a paper 4 question, obviously. So it's going to require a calculator. You guys could have used that as well. And that is going to give you the answer. Who's going to do the last part? Is there anyone who's brave enough to do the last part? Yes. Just give me a moment, guys. Yes. Who has done the last part? Guys, it's too easy. It's like a 2 mark. Yes, Kushi. Can you do it? Tell us
Yes.
what's the answer. Just give
So
me
the answer.
just a moment. Sorry. Yes, Kushi. Apologies about that. Yes, continue.
The answer I got is 84 minutes.
So Kushi got 84 minutes. How did you get 84 minutes? So calculate the number of minutes that one takes to run the 12 kilometers. How does that one run to take how many minutes does that one take to run the 12 kilometers? What is that going to do is, first of all, how many minutes does that one run to run the 12 kilometers? 12 over x, right? So time is equal to 12 over x, if I'm not wrong. And x has two values, 8.57 and -5. So obviously time cannot be negative. So this is why this is not applicable in my question. Why? Because you're calculating time. Time cannot be negative. All right. So it's going to be 8.57. So whatever answer you're going to get, that will be in hours. You're going to have to multiply it with 60 in order to get this. Is this clear, guys? Anyone who has any issues with this, let me know. Basit, is this clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
And what about you, Vishal? Anything that you don't get from this, Vishal? Yes, Sad. Sad, you had your hand up.
Sir,
Any
I don't understand why do you multiply the equation by 10 multiplied by x in part D?
this part?
Yes.
LCM? Okay. Basit, consider taking LCM. A very good question, actually. 2 by 3 plus 3 by 4. How do you take LCM, Sad?
multiply the denominator with each other. Multiply 3 by 4 and 4 by 3.
Multiply the denominator by each. Okay. So technically, you want this fraction to have the same denominator as this fraction, and you want this fraction to have the same denominator as this fraction, right, Basit? Oh, right, Sad?
Yes.
All right. So now what's going to happen is that because you have these two fractions, these are two fractions too, right? Sad. But the problem with these two fractions is, Sad, usually what happens is that, for example, if let's just say it was 6 over here, we would have just multiplied it by 2. We would have found the common multiple there is, and we would have made things work. All right.
Yes.
Now what's going to happen is, the problem is, you've got x over here and you've got 10 plus x over here. You want this fraction to have this denominator and you want this fraction to have this denominator. But the problem is we're dealing with x. X is a variable. All right.
Yes.
So what's going to happen is, what you may say is that I cannot find any common multiple because these two are variables. So I'm simply going to multiply the entire thing with x, like this guy, the denominator and the numerator with x, and this guy with the entire 10 plus x, with the numerator as 10 plus x. So in the end, my common denominator is x times 10 plus x. And in my numerator, I have multiplied with the alternative denominators. All right.
Clear.
Is this
Thank you.
good? All right. Now moving forward, we've gone through with some equation solving since yesterday. We've seen how we're going to use completing the square, factorization, and stuff of that sort. Today, because I started off late, let's do simultaneous equations. All right. Great. Give me a moment. We'll do solving of simultaneous equations. Very easy to do. But they're also very easy to get wrong as well. You can easily get them wrong. So whenever we're trying to solve simultaneous equations, can you guys tell me, for example, any equation which has more than one variable in it? Like, for example, an equation in y and x. All right. So any equation which has more than one variable in it, it's going to be what you may call, it's going to be really hard for you to find the value of that one particular variable unless and until you know the value of the other variable. All right. Let's see now. If I want to solve my equation simultaneously, that means that my equation itself is currently having two variables. And I don't have the value of one of these variables, therefore I don't know how to cancel those variables out. For example, I don't know how to, what you may call, for example, let's say there's an equation in y and x, And unless and until I have any sort of value of x or y, I cannot get the other value of the other variable. So in order to solve these type of questions, you're given a set of equations. You're given a pair of equations in which you're given some sort of equation in y and x, and it could be any variable, for example, and you use these two equations to get to the answer of each other. Clear? Okay. A question for you guys is, how can you solve what you may call um, how do we solve simultaneous equations? How many methods are there to solve simultaneous equations? Here's question.
There are two methods, substitution and elimination.
Well done, question. You're absolutely right. There are two methods, substitution and elimination. I am personally, there is absolutely like no context regarding the exam over here. But personally, I've always liked solving questions using substitution because I think it is much more versatile. So the two methods that we have over here are your elimination substitution. Okay. Let's consider an example. Um, let's think of an example. I don't really have what you may call. I can't think of an example right now, but wait. I think we can. So, for example, 2a plus 3b is equal to 7. 6a plus 7b is equal to 21. These are the two equations you have. Now I'll solve both of them using, both the methods. First, let's try to use elimination. Now, when you're using elimination to solve a simultaneous equation, you're trying to eliminate one variable from one equation or each equation. How are you going to do that? I'm going to first write down my equation. So my equations are 2a plus 3b, 6a plus 7b is equal to 21. Now, there could be a chance that, for example, I can simply, um, multiply. Technically, what I need to do is that I need to eliminate one variable in order to get to a value of the other. And in order to get to that, I need to cancel the variable out. But the problem is that my variables cannot be cancelled out. Like even if I subtract one equation from the other, they're still not cancelling out because they're not of equal value. 6a minus 2a is equal to 4a. You're just going to be still left with a remainder, 3 and 7 also. So you need to see which variable you can actually convert to the other so that you can make them both same and they'll cancel each other out if you do perform some sort of function on the equation. How you're going to do that? I can clearly see that, rather than converting 3 and 7 equal to each other by, multiplying one equation by 7 and the other by 3, I think it's much more easier to convert 2 to 6. So I can multiply this entire equation by 3. And the other entire equation, I don't really need to multiply with anything. So I'll just multiply it with 1. When this happens, what happens? You get your newer equations, which are equal to 6a plus. And the problem is, I cannot simply multiply only the variable that I want to cancel out. No, I have to perform the function for the entire equation, because everything in an equation has to be equated together. So what is going to happen? It's going to be 6a plus 3 times 3 is 9b. 9b is equal to 7 times 3 is 21. And the bottom equation is going to remain as it is because we technically multiplied it with 1. So it's going to remain 6a plus 7b is equal to 21. Now you've got two equations. I can simply say that, this is my equation 1. And I can say that this is my equation 2. The reason why I'm labeling my equations, because I have to state what I'm going to do with them. So considering that I've got these two equations together with me, I can simply say that, subtract in order to eliminate one variable from the equation. Subtract equation 2 from 1 or 1 from 2. It doesn't really matter. Your call. So what's going to happen is you're going to rewrite down the equations together. And you're technically subtracting one equation from the other. The problem is, because there's a minus sign now outside of this equation, it is going to affect all the signs in that equation. So any plus sign is going to become what you may call negative. And any negative sign will become positive, because negative is positive. So this becomes negative 2. So what happens? 6a and minus 6a cancel out. And now what is going to be left for the remainder of the equation? That is going to be 9b minus 7b, because it was plus, but when you subtracted the entire equation, it affected the sign. So it's 9b minus 7b, which is equal to 2b, which is going to be equal to 21 minus 21 is 0. No, we killed two birds with one stone. And now you have a single variable which you can calculate its value. B is going to be equal to 0 because 2 divided by 0 is 0. Now what you're going to do is, once I found the value of 0, or once I found the value of B, I'm going to put B in any of the two equations that you guys want to. You can put them in here, you can put them over here, whatever you may want to, howsoever you may want to. Because regardless of which equation you put B into, it's always going to give you the correct value of X, or the correct value of A. Put B in, I'll put this in this equation. Or maybe I can put it in this equation. It doesn't really matter. So put B in 1. So what is going to happen? In equation 1, you have 6a plus 9b is equal to 21, where b is equal to 0. Now, if you put it there, it's going to be 6a plus 9 times 0 is equal to 21. And it's going to be 6a is equal to 21. A is equal to 21 over 6. I think that can be solved. I'm not sure. I think it's 3.5. I think so. Yeah. Hopefully I'm correct. Although I'm not sure. Can anyone please check and let me know if I'm correct or not? This is just a whim. Nonetheless, this is how you do elimination. You try to make the variables like each other and then you cancel them out. Similarly, what's going to happen? Let's do it with substitution. So what's going to happen with substitution is that, for example, you're going to have the same question if I were to deal with substitution. And you're going to have the same equation. 2a plus 3b is equal to 7. Hopefully we get the same answer. So 6a plus 7b is equal to 21. You've got equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1 and equation 2. Now what's going to happen is you can take either one of the equations and get some sort of value of b, like make b or a, whatever variable you deem fit, make it as a subject. How are we going to do that? Let me take equation 1. So equation 1 is 2a plus 3b is equal to 7. It is also equal to 2a is equal to 7 minus 3b. 2 divided over here, it's going to be a is equal to 7 minus 3b over 2. Now you've got some sort of a value of a. It's not the, like the numerical value of a, but you've got some sort of value of a. Now what I can do is simply I can substitute the value a into any equation that I want, preferably the second equation. So I can write it as substitute a into equation number 2. And what is that going to do? Now you already know what sort of value of a you were getting. So it's 6a plus 7b is equal to 21. 6 times a, and the value of a is already 7 minus 3b over 2. Plus 7b is equal to 21. Expanding that bracket, 2 cancels out with this. This becomes 3, 1. So 3 times 7 is 21. 21 minus 3 times 3 is 9. So minus 9b plus 7b. I just expanded the bracket, guys. Now what's going to happen? It's going to be minus 2b is equal to 21 minus 21. So in the end, it's going to be minus 2b is equal to 0. Minus 2 doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you're getting the answer as b is equal to 0. Bingo. Clear? The second step after this is going to be fairly simple as well. You're simply going to put b into a, because you already know the figurative value of a. A is equal to what? A is equal to what you may call 7 minus 3p over 2. And now I already know the value of what you may call b as well. B is equal to 0. So a is equal to 7 minus 3 times 0 over 2. A is further going to be equal to 7 over 2 because 3 times 0 is 0. 7 over 2 can also be written down as a is equal to 3.5. Regardless of which method you use, there is absolutely no restriction on you guys as to which method you're going to use in your exam. The examiner expects and accepts knowledge of both. All right, he's going to give you the mark nonetheless because your answer is same. Regardless, I personally enjoy this method. The reason why I enjoy substitution is elimination you cannot use for every. There will be some cases in which you cannot use the elimination method. So substitution is universal. It is going to be used for everyone. Although it is kind of like, some students do find it tricky because you have to deal with trying to, what you may call, try to find some sort of one value of the variable, a figurative value, and substituting that value into the entire other equation and, getting the other value. So that it can be the case. Anyone who does not get this, let me know. Is there anyone who is not able to understand this? Kindly let me know. All right, let's do a question. Mhm. Okay, the question I'm giving you is a bit. I'll give you this entire part. We have done indices as well, so you guys can do this too. Mm. A bit of practice for you all. Yep. Oh, nope, I can't. Mhm. Copied down the wrong question. Just give me a moment, guys. This is the question I want to copy. Yes, finally. Should I post it on Google Classroom? I think you guys can see it from over here as well. I'll just show it to you first if you guys can, if it's visible. Can you solve this question? Now, this was the reason I was telling you. You cannot solve this question no matter how many times you try to solve it. This question cannot be solved through elimination. It is just going to get weirder and weirder every single time. So try solving this question using your substitution. All right. Is it visible to everyone?
Sir, can you zoom in?
Yeah, I think I can zoom in as well. Yeah, this question is also this question, this one is of 5 marks and it will contain 4 total values, 2 values of x, 2 values of y. Okay, let me just give me a moment there. Yes, these are the 2 questions that we have. Kindly do solve them. This is question number 1. This is question number 2. Please be quick as well, guys. Let me know when you're done. Yep, Zoya.
I finished the question.
Well done. Basil, what about you? Class?
Me too, done, sir.
Done? Wow, that's nice. I thought you had a class. Wait, guys, just a minute. All right. So, who's done with the first question? Okay, forget the first question. Let's do the second one. We can check that afterwards. Yes, guys. First and foremost, I know I cannot use elimination, so I'm going to solve this by substituting this. Now, the question is very easy in terms that it is already substituted. All right. So you already have a value of y on both sides. So what I can do is I can just put it down as, because both are values of y, right? I can substitute this value of y into y. Now I can simply solve it. So it's going to be taking out all to one side. So it's going to be x squared minus 3x minus x minus 13 plus 1 is equal to 0. Now what you're going to do is that it's simply going to be x squared minus 4x minus 12 is equal to 0. I can use my quadratic formula to solve this part now. Or I can also, can I use middle term breaking for this? I think I can. Yes, I think I can. Yes. So I can use my middle term breaking for this. I don't even have to use the quadratic formula. So I can go it like, minus 6x plus 2x minus 12 is equal to 0. I have broken the middle term into minus 6 and plus 2. And what has that done is minus 6 and plus 2x makes 4x, minus 4x. But if I multiply minus 6 and 2, it makes minus 12. Now I can simply factorize this. So x squared minus 6x is going to be, if I factorize out x, it's going to be x minus 6 plus, if I factor 2 out, it's going to be x minus 6 again. So it is going to be x plus 2. It's going to be x plus 2, x minus 6 is equal to 0. Then you can simply solve it the way that we need. We solved it. So it's going to be x plus 2 is equal to 0. X minus 6 is equal to 0. X is equal to minus 2 or x is equal to plus 6. Now, once you found the values of x, it is always, regardless of which equation you put these values of x into, you're going to get the same answer of y. So it is always remember, think of this, as a technique. Always try to utilize it as, put values, or you can say substitute values into the linear equation. Because common sense, guys, that's easier to do. All right, if you have a question which has one linear, one quadratic equation, try to put the values into the linear equation because that's much more easier to do. What is that going to entail now? That it's going to be, so either you're going to have y is equal to x minus 1, where, you could have y is equal to the value of x is minus 2. So it's going to be -2 minus 1, which is equal to -3. Or y is equal to what you may call 6 minus 1, which is equal to 5. 3 marks for you guys in this question, which are 5 marks. So when x is equal to -2, y is equal to -3. And when x is equal to 6, y is equal to 5. Clear? Is there anyone who does not get this question? Hopefully this is clear. Moving on, let's try to solve this question slightly. So it's going to be 243y times y. Okay, the best way to do this question is, this is whole power 3 by 5. Write it separately. It's the same thing. Now what is that going to do is, 243 can be written down as under root 5 whole cubed, or 243 whole cubed under root 5 under fifth root. And y can be easily written down as, y can simply be simplified over here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 2 times 3 is what you may call 6. So we can simply say that y raised to the power 6 and 243 like this. Clear? Now what's going to happen is that we're going to have what you may call, you're obviously going to have to figure this one out. Under root 243, under fifth root of 243 is what, guys? Under root of 7, I think. No, I don't really know.
3.
Under root of 3?
Yes.
Okay. So it's going to be 3 under fifth root of 243 is equal to 3 whole cubed and y raised to the power 6. 3 cubed is 27, so the answer is 27 y raised to the power 6. Is there anyone who did not understand this? Yes, guys. Anyone who still does not get this at all? All right. Anything that you guys don't get? All right. So we're going to keep it till here for today. Inshallah, we'll have our class on. I don't remember when we'll have our class. It's probably going to be on Monday now, yes, because today is Wednesday. We're going to have a test class on what you may call Friday, and kindly make sure that you're present for it. Until then, keep smiling. Allah Hafiz, bye bye. Whoever has any questions can stay back and ask. The rest, bye bye. Have a nice week. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye. Hafiz.
Hafiz, sir.
Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum, Basit. Yes, Basit, what was your question?
Sir, I sent it on your WhatsApp.
Wait, let me check. Basit, you feel okay? You sound as if you're sick.
No, just some cough, sir.
Yeah, that is why I was like, you sound different. It's all right, it'll get better. Basit, could you text me again so that your number goes back? Okay, no, you're here. Yes, Basit. It says find x when h inverse of x is equal to 10, right, Basit? and hx is equal to 3x minus 2. Okay, okay. Let's try to solve this question first. H of x is equal to what, Basil? 3 raised to the power x minus 2. Clear, Basil?
Yes, sir.
What should I do with this, Basil? How do I, okay, first of all, let h of x is equal to y. All right. Let h of x is equal to y. Yes, Basil, what can happen next? So it's going to be y is equal to x minus 2. Clear?
Yes.
Now, Basil, have you taken, have you calculated the inverse of this?
Yeah, sir, but x is in power form, so I don't know what to do next. Like,
Basil, you can simply do what is, you can take log on both sides.
sir, what is log?
Okay, that's one issue as well. You don't know what log is. Let's try to think about this question. The best way to do is to, to try and take log on each side. All right. Log is kind of like, okay, if I were to, okay, and I need to explain what log is to you. It's not in your syllabus, but it's kind of like, it is a function. Log is a function of some sort on your calculator as well that tells you what the power of something. Like log of base 4 and answer 2 is equal to, oh, sorry, log of base 4 answer 16 is equal to 2. What does this mean, Basit? That you calculated 4 was the base, 16 was the answer. Which power were you using on 4 to? Clear?
Yes.
But obviously we need to solve this question with, up to your level. So Basit, how do you think I should remove it from the power? Yes, Basit. What should I do?
Sir, we can write 3x divided by 3 power 2.
Okay, how so? Like, for example, okay, wait. You have 3x minus 2, right?
Yes.
Now what's going to happen is that, wait, just give me a moment. Yes, you have x minus 2 in the power. You're telling me to divide it by 3x minus 2 and, divided by 3 minus 2.
3 power x divided by 3 power 2. I'm saying that.
3 power x divided by 3 power minus 2. Okay, that is smart, Basit. Okay, well done. Yes, that can be the case. Very well done, Basit. I was not thinking of it like that. Okay, how is it going to be? So it's going to be 3x over 3 power minus 2. Yes, Basit. Then you have this equal to y, right? You can take this to the other side. So it's going to be, and why are we taking 3 minus 2? We can take it as, 3 raised to the power x over here, which is going to be equal to what you may call y times 3 raised to the power negative 2. So it's going to be 3 raised to the power x is equal to, it's going to be y times 1 over 9, right? So it's technically it's going to be y over 9. But Basit, how do I remove x from the power?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Let's see, for example, that what you're going to do is you're simply going to, what you can do is that we can simply try to, taking log is the best possible answer, to what I think right now. But log isn't in your syllabus. When is this paper from? Is it an old paper?
Sir, it's 2024 paper 4 variant 1.
Oh, it's 2024. Okay. All right. That is why I had not seen this question. Basit, the best possible way to do this question could be that, I can take log on both sides.
Sir, just teach me how to, apply log.
Basit, multiply log on both sides. Because if you multiply on one side of the equation, you have to multiply on the other, right?
Okay, sir.
Now, Basit, what's going to happen? You have ln of 3 raised to the power x is equal to ln y over 9. Clear? Now, Basit, what's going to happen? Whenever you apply log, you have to take the power to the front. All right. So if I take the power to the front, what is going to happen? It's going to be x times ln of 3 and ln of y over 9. Clear, Basit?
Yes, sir.
Now what's going to happen? X is going to be equal to ln of y over 9 divided by ln of 3. It is paper 4, right, Basit? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then that's not an issue. Now, Basit, you can simply, I will skip the steps and I will write down the final answer, which is f inverse h inverse of x is equal to ln of x over 9. Because obviously, Basit, I would have replaced it. Clear? So now what do you understand what I did over here, Basit? I just simply replaced, like I fast forwarded it. Clear, Basit?
Yes, sir.
Now, Basit, what is it equal to? They are saying find the value of x when you have your ln of what you may call the
12 to 10.
when h of x is equal to 10. How you're going to solve it is that is going to be the case. So now your h inverse of x is equal to 10. You need to find the value of x, right? But now what we're simply going to do is we're going to put the value of h inverse of 10 x is equal to 10. How you're going to do so is that I'm simply going to what you may call, should I cancel out the ln's with each other?
I don't know, sir.
All right. We can even try that. You can even try to, cancel out the ln's with each other. Usually we don't do that, but you can try to cancel it out using this. But what we try to do is you're going to have 10 is equal to ln x over 9 over ln of 3. All right. Now what's going to happen is that you can, what we can do is that either you can try to cancel out this ln. Usually we don't do that. Like there are other ways of doing it. But what you can do is for this type of question, now you can simply use this power as well. Like I can tell you another way of doing it. Okay, wait 1 second. Send me the entire question. I will send you the solution. I will do some working on this because at your level, you should not be doing ln. It is not in your syllabus. All right, Basit?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. I will send you
Because
the.
if I tell you how to do this, this is solvable. Like I can teach you even further, like the exponents and stuff of that sort. But that is not in your syllabus. Like you won't be able to do it. So that is not going to be the case.
So, sir, even if I apply log in exam, so will I get number or what?
I don't actually. The examiner might give you a number, but Basil, it's like extra work for you. This is A levels. The reason why I'm telling you this, how to solve this, is A level. Send me the picture of the entire question. They must have given you some sort of what you may call information that would have led you to this. All right.
Okay.
I'll see to it and I'll let you know. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Basil. Have this.
Allah Hafiz, sir.